today, for the first time, he indicated that, in fact, the people who did write the torture memos might, in fact, be prosecuted. So we have tape of that, and that is tape number 3, guys. Let's play that for you and then analyze what he's saying here.
This has been a difficult chapter in our history. And one of the tougher decisions that I've had to make as president. On the one hand, we have very real enemies out there. And we rely on some very courageous people, not just in our military, but also in the Central Intelligence Agency, to help protect the American people. And they have to make some very difficult decisions because, as I mentioned yesterday, they are confronted with an enemy that doesn't have scruples, that isn't constrained by constitutions, aren't constrained by legal niceties. Having said that, the OLC memos that were released reflected, in my view, us losing our moral bearings. That's why I've discontinued those enhanced interrogation programs. For those who carried out some of these operations within the four corners of legal opinions or guidance that had been provided from the White House, I do not think it's appropriate for them to be prosecuted. With respect to those who formulated those legal decisions, I would say that that is going to be more of a decision for the Attorney General within the parameters of various laws, and I don't want to prejudge that. I think that there are a host of very complicated issues involved there. As a general view, I think that we should be looking forward and not backwards. I do worry about this getting so politicized that we cannot function effectively, and it hampers our ability to carry out critical national security operations.
I don't understand what that last part means. What, think is so politicized and all because the Republicans hold things up that all of a sudden we can't do national security operations? That doesn't make any sense to me. What, there's a CIA agent in Pakistan saying, well, I don't know, what does Senator Cornyn think about this? That's not how things work. So, look, he wants to get his other priorities through healthcare, energy, etc. He doesn't want to get bogged down on this, but his hands are tied in some sense because if there's clear violation of the law, what's he supposed to do? In fact, there are arguments being made that if he covers up the clear violations of the law and does not prosecute them, then he's on the hook for them. And so if Attorney General Eric Holder comes in and says, yes, I think this was a violation of the law, what's Obama supposed to say? No, don't prosecute it? So I think he came to the conclusion that he really had no choice here but to say that, well, if we think that the laws have been broken, then I guess we're going to have to look into it. He went on to say later in that same press conference that, well, maybe the best way to go would be an independent, nonpartisan panel with Democrats and Republicans along the 9/11 Commission style, but that was not his call to make, and that it's Congress's call to make, and that he looks forward to working with them on those issues. Now, who thinks this is going to be nonpartisan? Now, if your bar for investigating this is it has to be nonpartisan, and the Republicans have to agree that it was torture and illegal, well, that means you're saying, let's not investigate it, because the Republicans would never, ever, ever agree to that. Expecting them to be nonpartisan is a joke. Why do we keep going back to this same stupid joke? But don't get me wrong. Obama's announcement there was terrific. It means that there is some chance that we would actually one day get justice for the laws that were broken in regards to torture.